Hello and welcome to Supplier's Supplier Self-Registration Request Guide. Once you click on Get Started from the email invitation, you will be automatically redirected to this page. At the top, you will see an attached supplier registration guide where you can click on the attached file and refer to for your convenience. Next, you will have to fill in information such as your company name, the year of incorporation of the company, and etc. Do note that for the questions where that is a red asterisk here, it means that this is a compulsory question to respond to. If the red asterisk is not there, such as company website, this means that the response is optional. Throughout this form, there may be certain notes, especially in red colors, such as for company registration number. These are guidelines or instructions we provide so that you may comply with the system. So for example, in case your registration number is more than 20 characters, please only populate the first 20 characters, right? So you may need to upload certain certificates as well, such as your company registration certificate. And then I also want to highlight a couple of questions here, such as 2.10, select primary product or services category. There are two things to note here. Firstly is that for you to only select one primary product or services for this particular field, if you want to input or provide more than one product or services categories, you may choose to do so in the next question field. Now, the second point I want to talk about is the selection, which is also provided in the red instructions here. And that is, once you click on the magnifying glass, you need to select the category at level 2 and not level 1. What I mean by that is, suppose you want to provide civil and structural materials, do not click on the level 1. Instead, expand the selection by clicking on the arrow and select or check the tick box here for civil and structural materials. Once you have done that, you should see that at the bottom here, the civil and structural materials have been selected. If you wish to cancel it, you can just go ahead and click on the X button here. Now, once you're done selecting your primary product or services, you can click on the magnifying glass to close this window. So the similar method of selection also exists for this next question, as well as your service location question. Now, moving on to the next couple of sections, here you may provide responses to the nature of your organization. And there are optional attachments that you can upload. For example, if you have any certificates or if you have any experience reference, you may choose to upload your file by clicking on the Upload File button and selecting the reference document. Click Open, and this is selected. Now, moving on to the next question I want to highlight is that if you have a Petronas license, you may click yes. If not, you can click no and proceed. However, if you do have a Petronas license and you click yes, there will be several questions that will appear whereby you will need to populate your SWEC code with their respective expiry date. For example, and suppose if you have more than one SWEC code, you can actually simply expand this text box, go to the next line, and populate your other SWEC codes. And remember, you will need to attach your swag certificate. And in case you have multiple certificates, kindly zip them and attach as one. So the uploading process is similar as I have shown earlier. You just need to click on your swag license document and click open. And that's done. So you may also need to fill in your registered address, as well as information regarding whether or not you are a Malaysian company or a non-Malaysian company. If you are a non-Malaysian company, you may not need to fill in certain questions. However, if you are a Malaysian company, you will notice that certain questions will pop up which are relevant for Malaysian companies, such as your Bumiputra status. So if you are unclear about the Bumiputra definition, you may click on the attached definition guide. And for the next two questions, do remember that the total equity for both 5.4 and 5.5 should add up to 100%. So for example, in this case, if my Bumiputra equity status is 60%, then my non-Bumiputra equity status is 40%. In the next section, you can input the person in charge or the point of contact from Supplier. So this may be the person that has sent you the email invitation. And in the next section, this is where you input your bid contact, giving their first name, their last name, a job title, their department, their telephone number, as well as their email address, which are all compulsory. And after that, you have a couple of compliance questions where you simply have to click yes or no depending on your response. And last but not least, there's also the Supplier Code of Conduct, as well as the terms and conditions where you will have to review and also acknowledge. In order to do so, similarly, just click on the attached document, which will automatically download them, review it, and choose yes or no. Similarly, for the last question, just download the attached document, review it, and acknowledge the Supplier's general condition. If you do not acknowledge either the code of conduct or the general condition, you may click on no. However, once you click on no, you have to provide your reason for not acknowledging Supplier's code of conduct, and you may also need to attach your code of conduct as such. So once you are done filling out the whole form, you may click submit here at the bottom of the page. At the top, it will say that your request for registration as a supplier with Supplier Energy Berhad is complete. So thank you for watching this short video on how to go through the supplier self-registration request form. You may now go back to your email invitation and click on Get Started to actually come and fill out this form. Thank you.